Are you looking for a survival game that has all the great features of traditional survival games, but also breaks the mold and offers a unique mechanic? If so, Above Snakes might be worth putting on your radar. I was fortunate enough to be provided a pre-alpha key for the game, and after spending a few hours playing it, I believe it's worth sharing with you. In this video, I'll be showing you the main features of Above Snakes, as well as what separates it from other survival games. There will be links for the game down in the description so you can check it out if it piques your interest. Before we get started, I want to thank all my channel members, especially the Overseer91, Grey Knight, and Baz channel, whose support help make videos like this possible. If you're interested in becoming a member, click the join button below or the link in the description. Let's get started. So a few weeks ago, while I was looking for something to play in between the Grounded updates, because we didn't know the Grounded update was going to drop, I just happened to receive an email from the publisher of this game, Above Snakes, asking me if I would like to try it out, and I took the key and started playing it. I played it for a couple of hours, and I really liked it. I get keys all the time, and I don't always share those with my channel. I only really share the ones that I'm actually interested in. So this game, I think, would interest you guys. And because it's a combination of a survival game, but it also has roguelite elements, wherein if you die, you keep the progression you have, but you end up losing all your... You keep the stuff you have, but you lose your progress on the map. So real quick, you start off on a single tile. So like I said in the intro, this game offers a unique mechanic. The unique mechanic is all these little squares around here are different tiles. And when you unlock them, you get to choose what they are. So that's what we're going to do first. First, we're going to go over here. I just started a brand new game just so you guys could see it. So I don't know if it's actually... Let's see what we need to unlock it. So you'll see here when you go to the edge of the map, what you're going to do is you're going to need to unlock it by getting things. You're going to need logs or rocks in this case. And also over here, this might have something different. Although maybe tier 1 logs and rocks. So these are tier 1 ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our stick that we started with, and we're going to hit some trees. So it has all the typical survival aspects, gathering resources, building bases, and stuff like that. But the unique mechanic is you basically get to choose choose what biomes you unlock for the different resources. So basically every time you play it, it could be a fresh start. And what we're doing here is we're trying to get some sticks. There is a tutorial. I did turn it off because I've already done it. Okay, there we go. New craftable item workbench. So of course you're going to get craftable items. I think C is craft. Edit builds. Destroying location. Okay. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get ourselves a... Let's get ourselves a couple more bundles here. Okay. Tab takes you into the crafting. You're going to see you have the typical things. You have backpack crafting. We have cooking. It's going to tell you the resources you've unlocked. So we got plant fibers and we got our twig. Down here is going to be, you start with a water bottle. You also collect food. You can also make drinks. You're going to get tools and weapons as you go along, building parts, furniture, and miscellaneous. So this is a blueprint. You get blueprints. You start with this blueprint. I think this is for the workbench, but you get blueprints from completing quests. So if we go back out to the map and look here, you're going to see this is a quest location. So what we have to do is we have to unlock these tiles to get over to this quest location. And then the person over here is going to give us a quest, which will let us get... Once you complete the quest, you will get another blueprint, which will let you craft the next station, your crafting station you're going to need in order to progress through the game. So real quick, let's go back in there and see what we need to craft. We need to craft ourselves an axe. So in order to make an axe, we're going to need a workbench, and we need 3 logs and plant fibers. So we're going to need the... I think we need the axe first, right? Axe requires 3 twigs, so we need to get some twigs. I believe hitting these gives you twigs. Got to hit it a couple times. A twig should fall. There's a twig there. So we just need 1 more twig, and then we can make ourselves a axe. All right, picked up that. Now we can craft ourselves an axe. Oh, we need 1 more twig. So we're holding 1 in our hand. I guess the starting twig is there. One cool thing, especially if you've been playing Grounded, is I know the latest thing was like the durability issue. This game, as of right now, does not have durability. So when you craft stuff, you don't have to recraft it. You basically just get better stuff. Got a pine cone there. We just need a twig. Maybe... There we go. Got our last twig. Now we can craft ourselves an axe. So we just hold this down, craft the axe. The axe goes in our number 1 slot. So like I said, we're going to need to make a workbench. And the workbench is going to cost 3 logs and 1 plant fiber. We already have the plant fibers. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut down these trees. So the roguelite aspect is basically like you progress through here. The enemies that I've run into so far there are lost souls. They kind of look like zombies, but they're lost souls. They have different attack patterns. They can be very dangerous. I believe there's also wild animals that you can run into that can be dangerous. There's also passive animals that you can hunt to get resources from them. And then down in the bottom right corner, one thing I didn't touch upon is you have your typical survival mechanics here where you have the thirst, the hunger. This is your fatigue. Actually, this is fatigue and this is sanity. So you have to maintain all of those. Sanity is, there's activities you can do to raise your sanity. Hunger and thirst, obviously, from food and water. And then, of course, the resting will be from sleeping, so you can make a bed later on. So let's just gather ourselves a little bit of berries here, just in case we get hungry. And we should be able to craft ourselves a workbench. Now, one tip if you're building a workbench, if you do decide to play this at some point or you're watching this in the future, the workbench, you typically just, you craft it, and you're going to, you want to place it somewhere where you're not going to want to be building. So, like, I'm going to place it over here so we can rotate it with R. So I'm going to build my house in the middle, probably over here. We want to put it over there, and we could probably move it later on. So you're going to hold down E to craft. It's going to show you the different things. So we got ourselves a foundation, a wall with windows, these different things, and then furniture, different furniture. So we're probably going to want to craft ourselves. We actually have the blueprint was not for the crafting station. The blueprint was for something else. So we're probably going to craft ourselves a bed first because that's what you need. And then we can make ourselves some floors. So let's just make ourselves 2 floors real quick, just to show you the building aspects of the game. And we're going to go over here. So we're going to place the floor there. It's going to cover up. There you go. We got our floors. Let's cut down some more resources real quick. Some more trees, and then we'll make ourselves a bed. And we're going to need to get ourselves a couple of rocks, so... I don't know if there was any rock. Is there any rocks lying around on the ground? One thing you can do, we'll see if this actually works right here, is I'm going to try to cut this tree down and have it fall on top of the rock. You can actually have the trees fall into other trees and break them, and they may actually break this rock, hopefully, because I don't see any rocks lying on the ground. We'll see what happens. That one did not hit it. Maybe we only need wood to unlock some of these. Let's find out. Nope, that requires rocks. And this requires rocks. We're going to need to make ourselves a pickaxe. So the pickaxe costs... Actually, we can make ourselves a pickaxe right now. Okay, perfect. So now that we have a pickaxe, we can break these rocks. And of course, you're going to get better gear over time. You start out with this basic gear. You actually, from playing it for a couple hours, some of the NPCs will give you gear. And then you can also craft better gear by making different crafting stations. So can we make ourselves a bed? The bed's going to be the first thing you're going to want to unlock. So we have the blueprint for that. Let's make ourselves a bed. And we're going to place our bed in our house right here. What? Okay, let's go over here. Let's place our bed right here. Rotate it. There we go. We got ourselves a bed. So we can sleep there if we need to. We're not really tired right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to get over to this NPC real quick. And we'll try to see if we can find ourselves some enemies. So over here, this is the first time we're exploring the world. You'll see, because I have the resources, it's got this little animation here. We're going to press T here. And you're going to see your choice. So in this case, there's 3 different options. Sometimes it's 3 of the same thing. Sometimes there's 2 different in one. Sometimes there's 3. And there's various levels. The highest I've seen so far in my 3 hours is level 3. So the further away you get from the starting tile, the higher levels are going to be. And as you'll see, each one of these tiles has a different resource. So me picking this tile is going to determine the progress through the game. So I'm probably going to pick, I think I'm going to pick the tribe village first, just because there's usually stuff in the tents that's easy to grab. And there might not be enemies in here. So you can go inside of here, inside the tents, and we can just grab ourselves some resources. So we got cotton in this case. There's a chest here. Got ourselves another blueprint. Awesome. There's some free apples here to eat. And then we got some bones. So we got those different resources. Then what we're going to do is basically what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get over to the quest giver, because I just want to show that before the end. Actually, I would also like to be able to I want to find some enemies so you can see what happens when we actually die, because I will just die on purpose just to show the progression, how it works. And you can build yourself pretty cool houses. You can build multi-story houses. The whole point of the game so far seems to be just to progress through the story, complete the quest line, just see how long you can live and hopefully survive, because if you end up dying, like I said, when I die, I'm only going to have this tile unlocked. So I could have unlocked all these tiles. If I die, I lose all the tiles except for the original one. But everything in my house will be there. So we can unlock this one. And so in this case, we have Tundra if we go this way. Let's see what happens if we go this way. This way is going to have Tundra level 2. So let's probably go to the level 1 right now because we don't have that great a gear. So that's going to drop us the Tundra. And what you're going to see is we're going to need to get 2 more tiles to get down here. Let's see if there's any... Okay, so here's our first lost soul. We're going to try to hit this guy and not get hit. Actually, I think I can kill him with a tree. That might actually be the strat here, because these guys can do a lot of damage. Let's see if I can chop this tree down and have it hit him and damage him. Perfect. Did he drop any resources? Sometime... Oh, hold the loot. What's he gonna give us? Oh, nice. He gave us copper ore. Awesome. So yeah, that is an actually like really cool feature. It's kind of something like you could like first time I ever saw that was in Valheim, where if you cut a tree down, my first death, of course, in Valheim was dying to a tree falling on me. But the fact that you can chop trees down to kill the lost souls here is pretty interesting. So now we're going here, and actually one other thing. Let's check this out. Let's see if this actually works. We're gonna run over here. I want to see. There's another lost soul. We don't want to. Let's not mess with him right now. What I want to see was what happens here. So we got prairie, pine forest, prairie. I wanted to come at it from this angle just to see if the options are actually different. So there you can see that too. That's another unique feature. So you don't necessarily have to accept this tile as what it is. So from this side, I can get tracks, tribal village, or graveyard. Graveyard's where a lot of the lost souls are, so if you want to farm them. If we go from this angle, we're going to get a prairie, a pine forest, or a prairie. So coming at the tile, you can come at the tile from 4 different directions, right? Because this tile, I can come in from this way, this way, this way, or this way. Could give me up to 12 unique options. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it could actually give 12 unique options because I believe there are a couple dozen tiles in the game so far, if I remember correctly from the Kickstarter page. Let's grab ourselves a couple more rocks here. We're going to then go over and talk to the NPC. After we talk to the NPC, I'm going to completely throw and die on purpose just so we can see what happens when I actually start over. So, Matt, we need to go... Alright, what's this way? This way is going to be... we haven't seen mountains yet. We haven't seen pine forest. Let's see what's down this way. Mountains are actually where you're going to find the ores. Some of the ores you're going to need. I am dying of thirst. Okay, well, we have a backpack, and we can drink this. Alright, now we're not dying of thirst anymore. You don't want to die of thirst. This is mountains, too. Let's just go to the mountains. This is level 2 mountains, by the way. So what you're going to need to do, you can, as far as I know, you can't spin the map, but if you go to the high view here, you can actually see. Sometimes there'll be ores that are hidden on the sides you can't see. In this case, it doesn't. These are just rocks here, so the NPC tile is going to be this one right here. What do we need to unlock this? We need 3 logs and 1 rock, so perfect. We have a rock here we're going to break. I think on my 3 hours, I got through the first 3 quests, first 2 or 3 quests, and I was able to unlock most of the crafting stations that I would need at that point. Progression feels pretty decent. It feels really smooth. You have to unlock better crafting stations to make better stuff. You have to craft the tools and weapons in order to be able to craft those better things. All right, we need 1 more log. Might as well just kill this lost soul over here. Where is he? Hey, buddy. See if we can cut this tree down on him. Oh, he might get to us too quick there. Maybe not. We could probably do this. Let's get the little tree. He sees... No, he'd all start. Come here. Let's get aggro. Gotta make sure we hit it from the right angle here. And actually, this tree's small. I don't know if it's actually going to kill him. Perfect. I hit him that time. What's he going to give us? Alright, he gave us some rocks and some logs. Fine. That's fine. Other guy gave us copper. But that is a really cool, like... The first time I tried to fight with him with a weapon, I got absolutely destroyed, so... Alright, we're going to unlock here. This is the survivor camp. So you're going to see there's unique tiles in this case. This is the survivor's camp. This is the only tile option for this, no matter which way you come from. And then you're going to go over here. We got Greg, and we have... Man, he looks like he's... I'm starving. Alright, let's eat some berries. We got ourselves some apples. Probably need to sleep soon, too, as well. Let's just talk to Sam Brown. He's the one with the quest. We've been out here for days and can't go home. This fire and a handful of provisions are all that stand between us and the grave. During our escape from Corpse Creek, we lost most of our provisions to the Lost Souls when they attacked us. Please help us get those provisions back. We can accept that quest. What that's going to do is it's going to update the map, and it's going to show you, oh, actually, we're right over here by the start. So that's where we're going to need to go. So you can actually loot these chests. Get some stuff in there. Perfect. We got iron ore. We are going to sleep. I'm going to go back to my bed. Nice. We got a blueprint over here. I do believe you get a blueprint from completing the quest. So what we're going to do, before we wrap up, I'm going to complete the quest. First, I'm going to sleep, then I'm going to complete the quest, and then I'm going to show you what happens when you die, just so you can see, like, the full gamut of everything that's in the game. Not everything, but basically the main features. And like I said, this tile-based system is really cool. When I first saw this game, I can't remember if I saw it on Twitter or YouTube or something. It just came up on my feed, and I was like, that game looks really cool. And then coincidentally, got reached out to with a key, which was awesome. So let's eat some more. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to figure out how to unlock this tile over here. So we're just going to eat. So right now our sanity and rest is good. And then we're going to drink water. Alright, let's see what we need to unlock this tile. Alright, we need 2 logs. Perfect, that's a single tree. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below if this is a game that interests you. Like I said, there will be links for it down in the description. It's currently in Kickstarter. It's currently on Kickstarter, but you can also wishlist it on Steam. So I will leave a link for both those down in the description. As of this recording, the game was 93% funded on Kickstarter with 3 weeks to go. So while nothing is a guarantee until it gets to 100%, it seems almost guaranteed that it's going to be fully funded. So here's another unique resource. We can cut this. We're going to get ourselves a vanilla flower. I actually didn't get that the other day. Cooking recipe, wound powder. Perfect. And as you can see, there's a rabbit over there, which we might actually be able to trap if I can get the rabbit inside the fence. Let me cut a hole in the fence and see if you can get the rabbit trapped in there, you can actually... It's much easier to hunt them, because I don't have a bow right now. Once you get a bow, you can hunt them. Oh, he might not want to cooperate. So this is the quest item over here. And we got different resources. Is this vanilla too, or is this cotton? That's cotton. You need that to craft fabric, of course. So you want to grab all your resources. Here's the cart. These are the lost provisions that survive. These are the provisions that the survivors lost. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run over here. Oh, the rabbit's actually running across the tiles. So the lost souls will chase you across the tiles, but typically they stay in the tiles. They're not going to just, like, wander. It doesn't seem like. Maybe that's going to happen in the future. From what I've seen, they don't normally wander unless they aggro to you. And in that case, that rabbit ran away because I was there. Thank heavens this should be enough to keep us going for another couple weeks. So he gave us a quest token, and that's that. So now that he gave us that, now we have another quest over here that we can go do, which we're probably not going to do in this one because I don't want to spoil everything just in case you decide to want to get access to this. So right now the plan, as far as I know, is the game's going to... If you back it on Kickstarter, you should be able to, depending on what level you back it on Kickstarter, you could play it as early as March 2022. There's supposed to be a couple alphas during, I think there's a pre-alpha in March, and there's going to be an alpha later on, and then the beta is going to be at the end of the year, and then full release is planned tentatively for the beginning of next year, as far as I know. Of course, things are subject to change, as always, and... Actually, let's do a little... We could do a little bit more building. Let's see what we have over here to unlock for the crafting. Like I said, I don't want to spoil everything. So now that we have a blueprint, we could make this if we go get the resources. We can make the tannery. And what you're going to notice is, like, for example, in order to make the smelter, I need clay and coal. Those are found on specific tiles. Or there's tiles that have a higher chance of having them. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe you can find a lot, like, resources randomly inside of when you search the chests or the barrels and stuff like that. I haven't put enough time in it to see if it's everything or if it's just specific things, but I do know that, like, clay and coal can be found in one of the specific biomes or one of the specific tiles. So what I'm going to do now is, let me go find a enemy and see if I can, let's see if we can find an enemy. This is going to give us... well, the Tundra did have a... yeah, let's see what happens over here. Alright, so right now, as you can see, this is what I have unlocked on the map. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this guy just wreck us. Actually, let's try to fight him. 2 shots. Killed me in 3 shots. So there you can say. Tiles created 7, days survived 2, items found and crafted 22 out of 131, quests completed 1 out of 4. So we have a score of 65. We're going to revive. Continue. And you're going to see it reloads the map. So, it has regenerated the map. Our quest is now over here. So we've kept all of our progression. We should have our quest token in the miscellaneous. Yeah, we have our quest token. So all of our progress has been saved. We have these blueprints. Everything we had in our inventory is still there. And what we've built here. So if I would have built a giant house here, this would still be here. But as you can see, the map has reset. And now the tiles are randomly generated again where you'll have different choices of what's going to be here. So that's kind of like everything that I wanted to cover in this. It kind of gives you a brief overview of the game. Again, like I said, I will leave a link for the Kickstarter as well as the Steam wishlist page, or the Steam page so you can wishlist it, down in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and consider subscribing for more videos like this. Let me know in the comments if this is a game that you would be interested in playing, and let me know if you would like to see more videos like this where I show you guys games that are either... I'm definitely going to be doing reviews of games when I get access to them, and if I think they're worth reviewing, and if I get let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this where maybe I get an early look at some games, just so you can get it on your radar. Now, even if you don't want to back it on Kickstarter, if you just want to put it on your Steam wishlist page, because that does help the game tremendously, because it pushes it up in the Steam recommendations when people are searching for games in the recommended queue. So let me know if you want to see more games like this down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.